Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video today on the channel, and today I have a very late review for you. Yes, it is very late. I didn't get a chance to watch this movie when it first came out. I had to watch it on digital because my theater is lame and doesn't get cool movies like this. But today we are going to be talking about Sisu. This film was directed by John Wick, and this film takes place during the final stretch of World War II as we follow a lonely old prospector as he's trying to exchange his new fortune that he just found. But during his journey he comes across a group of Nazis who decide it would be a good idea if they try and steal his gold. But what they don't realize, and what we'll soon realize, is that that is not going to be nor easy or a great idea. Because this guy is strapped to the chin, and he's going to do whatever it takes to protect his gold and his fortune, and kill some Nazis along the way. That's all I'm going to say without spoiling anything. Before I get to the main review though, I do want to say if you could like and subscribe down below, it would be really helpful. I love making these videos for you guys, and if you're interested in my channel, I definitely recommend subscribing, but I'm just going to get that quick plug out of the way. Let's talk about Sisu. Now this movie I was especially excited for because now I saw the trailer in theater when it first came out. I thought it looked like a lot of fun and it looked right up my alley. Like, this movie literally is just if you put John Wick in World War II and he was killing Nazis. Like, that's the impression I got from it from the first look and the first trailer, and I was immediately drawn to this movie. I was incredibly excited and incredibly disappointed when I didn't get this movie in my theater. But when this movie inevitably came up on VOD, I had to give this movie a watch. I was so excited, and after watching it, this movie is a lot of fun. A really, really fun time that I really would like everyone to just appreciate and maybe go watch it, because this movie is so friggin' awesome. But my biggest compliment to this movie that I really want to talk about is the action sequences. This movie's action sequences are so frickin' fun. All very bloody and incredibly violent. These scenes are so entertaining to watch. They are a little far-fetched, they do get a little bit out there, but from sheer entertainment value, these action sequences are friggin' amazing. They are so much fun, and actually really well done as well. There's some really good choreograph around some of these fight sequences, and a lot of them are extremely creative as well. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a sequence at a lake that, honestly, it had my breath taken away, literally. You'll know when you see the movie. But it was so much fun to watch. I loved a lot of the sequences in this movie, even though they were, like I said, very over the top, which is the first thing I do want to stress about this movie, is that it is very over the top. And the second thing I really want to talk about is the cinematography. Visually, I thought this movie was fantastic. The setting is absolutely beautiful. This was filmed in, I'm gonna butcher this name, so just please don't hurt me, Jostoki, Lapland, which if you don't know is somewhere in Finland, I believe. I did my research a little bit, and I gotta say, I want to live there after watching this movie. The landscapes are so luscious and vibrant. I love the look of this movie, and if that's from the effects that they did in post to make it look a little bit better, I thought it was fantastic. But the landscape itself and the cinematography that came along with it was gorgeous, in my opinion. I thought it was really, really, really well done. And I also love all the underwater shots. There's a lot of underwater shots in this movie, and for the most part, I thought they all looked pretty beautiful. They were really nice to look at. And also, I do really like the concept of this movie. It's a very easy concept, I think, to make a very likable main character, and he is. Our main character in this movie is very, very likable. He's a really cool first lead. He's extremely badass and amazing, which is cool because he actually doesn't even talk throughout the entire movie. I think he talks maybe like once, I think, at the very end. He doesn't talk really at all. He's very much the silent protagonist. And I definitely think he's actually one of the better silent protagonists we've seen in years, to be honest with you. Because he's such a cool character. And he's just so much fun to watch, and you get it. You understand his struggle immediately, seeing that he's this prospector who's struggling, he doesn't have money, and then finding this gold. There's a fantastic sequence and scene where he finds the gold for the first time, and it feels like the most genuine way I think a person could actually act in that scenario, where he's genuinely just dumbfounded beyond belief. Like, you could see it in his eyes. Such a great sequence. And with all of that great stuff, I am going to talk about some of the cons for this movie. I do want to say I kind of have spotlighted them a little bit in my pros, because I think this is very much going to be a movie that's sort of polarizing to people if they don't know what they're getting into. Because like I said, this movie is extremely over the top. there are some sequences where our main character probably should not have lived. And for some people, that is going to be a huge problem. Some people just don't like watching far-fetched action movies, and that's understandable, honestly. That really is. But this movie is so much of that and more, so I feel like people who don't like that style of filmmaking, and action movies especially, I wouldn't recommend watching this movie. You're probably just going to psychoanalyze it and sit there and go, well, this doesn't make sense, this doesn't make sense. Don't watch it in that case if you're just going to psychoanalyze it. This is very much a movie to sit down, turn your brain off, and just enjoy it. Because it's just a short little fun action movie that's just really entertaining to watch. But with all that said, I'm just going to give this movie a very solid 8 out of 10. This movie is extremely fun to watch. I'd highly recommend it. Very visceral and bloody, but also just really entertaining and really creative with its fight sequences. It gives us a silent protagonist that's actually really cool and really badass, and definitely one of my favorites of the year and in recent memory, to be honest. And I actually kind of hope that people see this movie and start actually making more of them, because there's a lot of really cool things you can do with a premise like this, and I think this movie really hit that nail and really succeeded with its premise, and I really enjoyed it. But anyways, that's going to be my really quick review of Sisu. I'm going to say it again, if you like this video, please like and subscribe down below for more content on the channel coming pretty damn soon. But I'm going to see y'all in the next one. See ya.